So this is a video on how to blur things in CapCut. If you pretty much don't know how to blur things in CapCut and you want to make it as easy and simple as possible, then I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So right now I have this little clip here that I filmed. It's like out in the street and it has a car and some other things as well. And let's just say that for this video, that specific car is what I want to blur in the video. As well as later in the video, let's say I want to blur like my dog that's sitting in the doorway. So how we'll do that is you have to apply an effect to this video. So if you go over to effects, click on video effects, and we're going to be using one from the lens option. It's going to be the blur option. If you click that, it's going to apply a blur to the entire video. No, not the entire video, but we'll expand it to be the entire video. So go ahead and press adjust and just turn that all the way up. That way we can limit as much visibility as possible. Go ahead and click check. Now it's not for the whole video, so we'll extend the blur to match the entire video. And then we're going to add an overlay like so. So if we add overlay and import the same video, what we have just done is we have the video that is blurred, and then over top of that is an overlaid video that's the same one, but it's playing at the same time, unless you, of course, remove some of the video. Now, how we'll be able to blur certain parts in the video out is if you cover the whole screen. So click on your overlay, extend it to match the entire outer frame, and if you play it, it looks like a normal video. Now in reality, it's not the same video. It has a blurred video underneath it. So let's say we have that car there. So let's go ahead and blur that as much as possible. So first we'll zoom in, and we notice how the car kind of pops out right here. So with the overlay selected, we'll go to overlay. We're going to split right here because we know it enters right there. And then we want to stop it when it passes through here. So this entire section is where the car enters and exits, and we want to blur that out. So we're going to go roughly just somewhere to rest ourselves, and we'll choose near the very end the mask option. With the mask option selected, we'll just go with whatever shape you want. I'll choose a rectangle. Now what you'll notice here is that all of the video is blurred except what's in the square. So basically what this is doing is it's making the overlay video that we have masked only visible within that shape. Now that's not what we want. If you click invert at the bottom left, it makes it so that the entire video or entire video overlay is visible except for what's in the square, and it pretty much allows you to see through the overlay and see that blurred video that we created underneath it. So if we go ahead and you can zoom in, rotate as you please, you can round it off if you want. We'll select it to be right here. Now, you'll notice that for that section in the video we've created, it creates that blur, but we don't want that. We want it to continue moving. So we're going to be using these timeline stamps, or whatever you like to call them. Once they get to about right here, you'll notice that the car pops out of that blurred section. So we're going to click on somewhere right here to confirm that placement. Then as it gets out of here, we'll go back to overlay and select the mask option so we can actually select our mask. Now move the mask, and once you move the mask, it automatically places another diamond at the bottom. And then, for example, we'll spread it out here, and then we'll move it again, and then we'll move it again. If you have trouble moving the actual mask, if you click on the mask and press adjust, you can adjust the position accordingly using these sliders as well. But once we have it just the way we want it, you can zoom back out. You notice how the car goes out of view. And if we play the video, it kind of follows the car as we do it. Now let's see the car pops into view again. So we're going to say right here, we're going to add a split. And then the car goes about to right here. So the car is in the video, this entire section of the view. So we're going to go ahead near the beginning to see where it is. We can confirm wherever we want our placement to be. And then we'll go over to mask again. Select the rectangle tool and invert it. And then if we place it right here, or change the size however we want it to, we can press confirm. Now it's going to stay there unless we add that timeline ability. So let's confirm it right here so we can make the timeline. Move forward in the video. Select the mask so we can actually move it. So I'll move it a little bit to here. I'll move in the actual video. Move it over here again. And you'll see as we're doing this, it's placing more diamonds across our timeline. So we just want to cover that up as much as possible. And then it's pretty much just on the edge of the video and then it disappears. Because we've limited the mask to be only in this section of the video's timeline. So there it goes. It moves the car and then disappears. If we wanted to do the same for my dog, you'll see the dog comes into view. Plus split. And then pretty much it's going to be for the rest of the video, so we don't really need to add another break or split. So we'll go over to mask again. And again, this is all being edited on the overlay one because we want to be able to see through it to the blurred video, which is this one. So again, with that selected, go ahead and look for the mask option. I'm going to click my rectangle again and invert it. I'll kind of make this smaller because my dog isn't that big. But once we have it confirmed there, you'll see the dog comes into view. We want to move that, so let's confirm a timeline. Click on that mask. Because the mask is so tiny, I'm probably just going to be using the position tools. So you'll see it comes into view right here. So we'll move the x-axis a little bit more to match that. And then we pretty much don't even have to do anything the rest of the video because it pretty much just stays still. So watch this. And there you go. You can change the shape. You can add pretty much an overlay anywhere you want in the video. So if I mute my clip here, mine is right there hovering over the car. And then it also is over here with the dog. Also, the video didn't mute because it only muted this portion of the video. Or, oh, it's because I also have to mute the overlay, which I'm not going to mess with. But that's basically how you add those blurring effects to a video. And if you have any more questions, just leave those in the comments. But this should be straightforward. I tried to make it as simplistic as possible, or to understand how this works, because I feel like if you don't understand how it works, then you're not really gonna be able to adapt upon this cool ability that CapCut provides. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video.